Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Christie's Clarity. Here it is, Friday morning in most places, and on the let's say on the West Coast. And today, I am sharing one of my favorite stories. It's actually the pre-story in my book, Beyond the Box, and it really is about one of the moments in my life that I found some great clarity. And I call it my flying leap. 8 feet above the air. I'm flying through the air. How did I get there? I was in a conference, in a training, and I was taking a deep dive. And we were doing a final ceremony for this whole event, and we were supposed to walk down these steps and then go to the window and I don't know, have some ceremony. I never figured it out because I missed the first step. Think about it. Think about it as a metaphor. What happens when you miss the first step? Well, I went flying into the air and became 8 feet above the ground. Now, what's our first thought when something happens like that? Well, my first thought was, oh, not again, because I'd had fallen while skiing. I had different accidents. I had to have a knee replacement because of history of these accidents, and I'm above the air and I'm going, not this again. And then boom, because I'd been in this training, because I'd been in this work for a while, all of a sudden I stopped and went, I am well. I am well. I am well. Midair, I changed my thought. And then, boom, I came down splat on the ground. There were several different medical professionals in the room that happened to be seeing me. And all of the people that were already at the window, because I was one of the last people, gasped and turned around and see me lying splat on the ground. But I heard, call 911. This has got to be bad. Da 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 da. I laid there on the ground, spread eagle, and I went, I am well. I canceled everything else out, and I went, I am well. And then I started to move my body, and I felt pain. And I went, no, 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 no. I am well. And so I slowly, and every time I hit that pain point, I went, I am well. I am well. And I finally sat up. The funniest part, my mentor Mary Morrissey, she came down those steps, she got on the ground, she looked me in the face and said, oh, Christy, you said you were going to get into the game. Now, why did I take that flying leap? Because I had told a lie about myself. Like I was in this moment of this time of making a huge transformation, and the old part of me had showed up a little bit earlier and said, oh, I'm not gonna do it this way. I'm not gonna do it. And where did all this I'm not gonna do it come from? From chatter, from old beliefs, from all this stuff. So how was I able to change my thought midair, and how does it help you in your life? Well, I paused and I repatterned. Now Wayne Dyer he's passed over, but his saying still lives. What do you get when you squeeze an orange? Okay, you get orange juice, right? Well, that's what I had become. I had become the orange. I had become the person who had a different set of beliefs. I had become the person that had built the mind muscle enough to be able to pause midair, 8 feet above the ground, and change my thinking, which I know in that instance, it changed the molecular structure of what was about to happen. And every time it started to come in, this is the moment I knew absolutely how powerful our thought was in creating our experience. And so when I got squeezed, the truth of who I was, I could go back to that. I am well. I am one with the divine. I am. I am. And this was at a hotel, so the hotel people sent their people to come up and examine me and everything like this, and it's like, doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with her, right? I went home and went to see my doctor just to be sure, and oh, you have a little bit of a sprained ankle. I am well. So what are you going to do the next time you're in a flying leap? What are you going to do the next time that a bad thought enters your mind, even if it is a worldwide thought? In fact, that is the moment that we can make the greatest difference in the world. I am well, the world is well. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't see the doctor, that I didn't take care of business, that I didn't, you go on about business, but you do it from that place, from that thinking of the highest possible thought you can bring into it, and that will change your life in the greatest way, and it will change the world in the greatest way. I am in a practice right now of seeing the world as well, as whole. I know that the divine is at the center of all things. I am seeing my husband, who's in the hospital right now. I know that the core of his essence is I am well, and that is beginning to express itself, yes, through the hands of the doctors who are the divine in action, and yes, the medications that are the divine in action. And if that's the part I'm activating in his healing journey, in the world's healing journey, I am adding to the greater whole of creating my life as a masterpiece, this amazing planet as a masterpiece. So today, see how often, now how do you build that muscle of thought, of thinking your own thoughts? You pause yourself periodically through the day, regardless of if it's a positive or a negative thought, and you just pause and say, what am I thinking right now? Our thoughts happen randomly. They don't even happen on purpose, right? So pause yourself and say, what is my thought today? That will build the muscle of you being able to now pay attention to your thinking. So this month of March, actually for the next 12 months on Christie's Clarity, I'm going to be going through my book, Beyond the Box, chapter by chapter. This is the introduction part. This is the first story in that book. So if you want to follow along with the book, you can go on Amazon and go Beyond the Box, Creative Thinking Expanded with Christy Karate. Or if you want a signed copy from me, I have about 20 books left, so probably the first 20 people that want to purchase it, go to beyondtheboxbook.com, and I will even sign it. It has 12 chapters of the universal principles. This is what you want to build your foundation on, not conditions and circumstances, because that's kind of like remember the Bible story about the sand and the rock? Let's build our world, our life on the rock solid universal laws that we can implement to create the foundation for our life, and not on the circumstances and conditions and letting things happen to us. So you can go to beyondtheboxbook.com and buy a hard copy from me. You can go to Amazon and purchase the book there, and I even think there's an ebook there as well. So if you want it on ebook, go to Amazon and find your copy of that. So what we're going to be doing each month is going to be going through 12 different aspects of each chapter. I built this book using the art principles to align with the life principles. And so we will start with point, then line, then shape, and then color. Color being my favorite, right? That's passion. And what is passion important in your life? For you to have enough passion to live your masterpiece the way it was meant to be in the world. This is Christy Karate with Christy's Clarity. Thank you for joining me. I'm here every Friday at 10:10. And I look forward to seeing you Pacific time. Pacific time. I look forward to seeing you next week on Christie's Clarity at 10:10. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend and next week.